Who broke character the most during serious demon exercising scenes, and how often was it Misha?
Demon exercising scenes. Who broke character the most? In fairness, I know I was committed to trying to make him break character. So
yeah, that's true.
Certainly half of those.
You guys, substantial commitment into breaking Misha.
Yeah.
On a daily basis.
You guys consistently f***ed with me.
Yep.
And I never developed the skill of
keeping it together.
keeping it together. Dave Riopal, who is our dolly operator, he pushed the dolly where the camera operator sits and the camera is on, and he came up to me. He can be a very earnest guy, and he came up to me, and I had been laughing and ruining takes because Jared was like messing with me in typical fashion, and he was like, he very earnestly came up to me and he was like, Misha, can I just offer you a suggestion? So I know some people like say bite your cheeks or something like that, but I don't think that really works. I think what you should do is when they're doing that, just remember to think in your head how much you hate them. And he said it like it was an obviously like,
yeah,
obviously you do hate them.
Yeah.
Just
good advice. Just remind yourself. Yeah, so
CLD saying.
On the flip side, years of all of that, you did win first place in that question.
Yeah.
So you don't know. You never know when it's gonna pay off.
Yeah. You played these characters for so long. Did you pick up any habits or mannerisms of your character that it's now part of your just daily life?
Great question. To your point, we played these characters for so long. It's hard to kind of parse out what parts of Jared became
where
Sam.
One begins and one ends.
Yeah, it's so fluid. There are a few things. I think I just mentioned this a couple weeks ago, maybe. But I'll find myself saying to my kid, like every now and again, when I'm putting the kids to bed, they want to hear a story, and not a real story. They want to make up a story. So I'll be like, hey, scratching the back, like, do you want to read a book? Read a book. And then, can you tell me a story? I'm like, sure. Story about what? They'll say, whales. And I'll be like, I don't know anything about whales. But I'll be like, okay.
Season 7, episode 4.
Yeah, no. But I'll find myself going like, okay, whales. All right. So get this. I'm like, I just said, so get this, which Sam said quite a bit.
Get this. Get this. Get this. So get this. Get this. So get this.
And so I catch myself. I'm like, well, so you'll never believe. Like I'll try and Jaredize it, but I do find myself saying, so get this when storytelling.
Whenever I have to use dad voice, it sounds a lot like Dean voice. And it's, it's not on purpose by any means. Right. It's just, that.
So the voice you use to yell at demons, you are using
for yell at effectively
child demons.
There you go.
To yell at my lovely children.
How the hell are you doing this? Dean, let him go.
Yeah.
I had so I did my Castiel voice, which was like, hello, Dean. I had a very deep voice.
Hello, Dean.
Which is not, as you may intuit, my natural voice, which is this squeaky voice that you're hearing right now. And I was like a year into filming Supernatural. I had thought that I was only going to do a couple episodes, so I didn't really think about like the long-term implications.
We did too, Misha.
You did too, and you asked the producers repeatedly,
why? How long is this going to last?
So I went to the doctors, and I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I have like a sore throat that's not going away, and I got checked for strep, and it's not strep, and I don't know what's happening. I literally was causing myself like damage to my vocal cords.
Yeah, wasn't there like a little tear?
That's something. Yeah, that's something that that I carried with me from Castiel.
Yeah. That's really like trauma.
Actual physical
you're a survivor.
Trauma. Yeah, I am a survivor. Thank you for acknowledging
that. What was it like when you guys were all together on a set of another show playing other characters together?
What was it like?
Yeah.
Regressing.
Like
really depressing.
Total regressing. No, it was obviously very and this is, we were getting asked that question on set by people there going like, what's it like you guys being back together? And again, kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier, we still see each other all the time. We still spend time together. We still check in with each other. We still know each other, what's going on in each other's lives. It wasn't like a 10-year reunion where we haven't seen each other in so long. So when we were back on set, it was just very natural and very familiar, and we were supernatural. It was supernatural.
But there was no muscle memory that kicked in where you're like, wait, you're not playing the person I know you to be playing.
It was. I mean, but that's the thing is like, we don't play our characters with each other normally, so it was just another iteration of one another that that we got to play with.
It was amazing. My muscle memory, frankly, having not really acted in a year, was that I didn't remember how to act. And I didn't have.
I don't know that you ever knew.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. I got there, and Jensen obviously was not playing Dean. Misha was obviously not playing Castiel, and I was not playing Sam. Fortunately for me, I suppose the dialogue was so different than something Sam or any of his iterations ever would have said or been doing. But it felt strange. I've heard Jensen talk about the season where Sam was soulless, how it was weird, because like that's not the Sam I'm used to for the first 5 seasons. And I guess I felt a little similar. I was like, yeah, Dean's not there. It looks like Jensen,
We did on The Boys end up doing a take in character as Cass, Sam, and Dean.
Yeah.
And that's probably the one they're going to use.
Look,
I hope so.
100%.
I hope so.
look
Yeah.
for that on the editing room floor. That's where that will be.
Have your kids watched Supernatural yet? And or are you waiting to hold off on that?
You're the oldest.
I think we're probably ready to start watching it. We've seen like a couple of episodes.
Scooby Natural.
Yeah, the easy ones to watch. But I think they can handle it now.
Yeah.
They're watching like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I feel like
Okay.
then they
Pretty
might
sure
be
that's
able to
right.
handle Supernatural.
But that's also not seeing Dad get cut up and tortured and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It might be a little blank. I've watched like Scooby Natural. I've watched a few of the funnier ones with my kids. It's tough. Sam went through a lot of shit, and as did Dean, as did Cass. And one of my sons, Shep, when Jen was on Walker and she died, he watched it with us, and we couldn't find him. We found him like an hour later. He was in our yard behind a tree crying. So I was like, but we were right with him. It's like, no, Mom's not dead. She's right here, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, did he go to the bathroom?
But just
Yes,
the visualization.
Just the visualization. And so they have active imaginations. Soon.
Yeah, I think my oldest is probably a year or two away.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's not because she instigates it. I'm hoping that it's like her friends get into it, and then she's like, oh,
Yeah.
well, I got to know what we're talking about. So
My son has watched all of the Boys. And,
Oh, wow.
and
you might want to send him to therapy.
I'm just going to call
immediately.
CPS right now.
Yeah.
and he was hounding me like, Dad, why aren't you? This is Eric Kripke's show. Why aren't you on the Why aren't you on the Boys? And of course, like I can't tell him like Eric hates me, but
It's all of us.
But I did send him. I sent Eric a message this fall. I was like, Eric, my son's not gonna forgive me if you don't give me a cameo on The Boys. You got to figure out something. I don't even care if it's a speaking role. I mean, it was really desperate, the message that I sent him.